16-bit arcade graphics.
You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis does.
16-bit sports action.
You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis
Does.
Genesis
Does.
Genesis
Does.
Genesis
Does.
Genesis does.
Get Joe Montana free, Pat Riley free, Buster Douglas free, Super Monaco GP free, or Columns free.
Genesis does.
What Nintendo?
Oh, but does it really? Let's find out. In 1985, Nintendo made itself a worldwide household name by releasing their very new, very revolutionary Nintendo Entertainment System. There were many versions sold, but the most popular, the Action Set, came with the second best-selling game of all time, Super Mario Bros., a game that changed the world forever. At the same time, a company named Sega was also trying to hold their own in the video game market. Unfortunately for them, it didn't go so well. Until 1991, when Sega released onto the world Sonic the Hedgehog. He was the epitome of the 1990s definition of cool. He was marketed as Mario's #1 rival. His speed was something Mario could never achieve. Or could he? Let's take a look at both of their respective first games to see who is really the faster runner. Using this complicated thing I call math, I was able to find out the dimensions of each character. Officially, Super Mario is 5'1", or 61 inches tall. Using this height, I was able to calculate the height of each pixel. I then used the size of the pixels to figure out the dimensions of Small Mario and the length of the level. Non-Super Mario stands at 29.5 inches tall and is 22 inches wide, and the level, from starting point to the flagpole at the end, is 3,168 pixels long. That translates to 486 feet and 9 inches long. The fastest completion time of this level without using any warps or cheats is only 22 seconds. This means Mario is running at a velocity of 21.16 feet per second. Let's check in on Sonic. Sonic is known for being 3 foot 3 inches tall. Using the same method as I did for Mario, I figured out the size of the pixels. The first level of Sonic is about twice as long as Mario's, so using Sonic as my ruler, I measured the level, and only measured Sonic's speed to the same length as Mario's first level. The section was completed in just under 20 seconds. At that speed, Sonic had a velocity of 23.6 feet per second. So I guess Sonic really is faster. Well, while we're on it, let's figure out a few other details about their running capabilities. Let's see what forces affect each of their bodies as they run. Each of them are affected by all of the same forces, those being gravitational, normal, and frictional. For evidence of gravitational, all you really have to do is jump. Normal is pretty self-explanatory, and frictional, well, they're running. Also very self-explanatory. Moving on to acceleration. It is clear that both characters do accelerate, but they both do it in their own very unique and different case. For Mario, all the player has to do is hold down the B button, and Mario's speed is doubled. As for Sonic, his gain in speed is a bit more practical. Starting the level, Sonic is relatively slow, but as you continue to run and avoid enemies, your speed gradually begins to build. If you run into enemies, though, your speed slows, and you have to rebuild momentum. And since both characters are in motion and have positive acceleration, they're both doing work. Newton's first law is defined as, if an object is in motion, it will stay in motion unless interacted with by an outside force. Again, this is true for both Sonic and Mario. When running, they stay in motion. Even if you take your thumb off the control pad, they still move until wind resistance stops them. The same goes for if they fall into an enemy or even a pit of lava. And speaking of which, there's a perfect example for the heat transfer method of conduction, where the high energy object transfers heat by directly touching the low energy object. Yeah, I'm sure they'd definitely be feeling some heat transfer then. Not very surprisingly, Newton's second law doesn't really factor into either of their first games. Newton's second law is the acknowledging that acceleration is directly related to force and inversely related to the mass of an object. Since these were both only the first games in their franchises, weight did not play much of a role in the gameplay yet. But things like potential and kinetic energy can and did. While in motion, both characters are using kinetic energy. When stopped, potential energy is stored in the characters' bodies. So, in conclusion, does any of this really matter? No. Not really. They're just video games, man. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I sure enjoyed making it. Back to you, Mr. Getfert.